Welcome to Real Bass Lessons. Today I'm going to teach you some walking bass lines, specifically walking over one chord, D minor. Now I've taught, I believe, 3 different lessons videos on this in the past, and they were sequential, so you may want to go back to those if you don't understand what I'm talking about here. I'm just going to sort of jump in the middle. I'm working out a brand new book, aptly titled, Walking Over One Chord, D Minor. And I really want to try to get a little further into this for you, even though some of you may not have the book. If you want to get the book, great. If not, just follow what I'm doing here. But the concept, the idea is trying to build and create nice shapes, phrasing, but not just jamming around on D Dorian, by specifically putting together really nice little melodic shapes that you've worked out, okay? Let me play the eight of the shapes here that I have here. Listen. Measure 2. Measure number 3 and 4. Cool. Now you may say, hey, that's a nice 8-bar bass line. Well, it can be, but I'm thinking of them as one chunks, and I'm going to mix and match them and put them around different ways. Like this. Measure 1, measure 2, measure 1, and measure 5. Watch how this will create some phrasing. Sure. How about measure 1, 2, 1, 4? Yeah, that one sounds like it wants to go on and then end. Let me play around with those, and I'll call some of the numbers out and tell you what I'm doing with my little play along here. Check out my play along. Good. It has nice 4 and 8-bar phrasing also. Here we go. Wait for it. I'll do 1, 2, 1, 4 to start with. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 5. 1, 2, 1, 7. 1, 2, 1, 8. Sure, you can hear that, how I'm creating a phrasing that fits with what's going on in the backgrounds, right? Sure. Let me just jam around a little bit first here, and I'll play a bunch of different shapes, and then we'll talk those. Check this out. I'll let the play along go along. It feels a little different as it goes along, even though it keeps the 8-bar phrases. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, fun, huh? Fun. Good. Now let me show you one other thing that happens. PC does this immediately in that famous song, So What? So I thought I might teach it to you here. We've jumped quite a ways in the book, but I'm just throwing out some parts for you to learn here. And that is, let's create some phrasing that doesn't match with that 4 and 8-bar phrasing on the play along here. Let's play measure 1, 2, 3. Here's 1. Here's 2. And here's measure 3. And let's just play a 3-bar phrase over and over and see how it feels against this 4 and 8-bar phrasing of the background. Let me go back to the beginning. Sure. Did you hear that? Could you tell it at all? I was playing a 3-bar phrase, and it kind of offset the things when they happen. And then they cycled and hit together on one over here. Cool. Now, that's not something you really need to consciously work on, to sort of try to make it, sound stranger. But if you'll work on little phrases over and over and over and over, that stuff will start to happen. You'll start to elongate your line so it doesn't always sound like it ends in the same spot. Cool. Let me do that just a little bit more here. I'll play a couple of different measures. I'll do 1, 2, 1, 6. No, 1, 2, 1, 7. Check this out. Got to wait till the 8 bar comes back up to the top. 1, 2, 1, 7, 3 bar phrase. Here we go. Very cool. Yeah. Listen to PC's line a lot on that, and just the first course, and figure out what he's doing. You'll love it. Okay, I actually talk about it a lot in this book. Let's jump ahead a little bit here. I want to play a line that I composed, and again, compose is a funny word, but after you've done this for years, you can just play and sort of make these up as you go along. Your ear takes over. At first, they sound real mechanical, and I know that. But that's part of how you learn. If you don't have a structure to how you're learning, maybe you don't learn. I know that happened to me. When I was younger, I learned to navigate chord changes pretty well, but the one chord thing baffled me. And I kept saying to myself, man, if I just keep doing this over and over and over, it'll work. Well, it didn't work. I just sort of kept playing random. So I had to start isolating the little one-bar phrases and fitting them together and seeing how I could make good phrasing. Here's a 16-bar phrase now, and I think you'll like the way it goes up and down and creates tension and resolution. Let's start back to the beginning of my play along. Here we go. 16 bars. Check this out. Let's do it again. Is that fun or is that fun? You get beautiful phrasing like this happening where you've determined, what you're doing and you can just, you can shape it like crazy, okay? Hope this has helped give you an idea. And again, you might want to go back to those prior lessons and dig into those if this is a little challenging for you to understand here. Fired up.